currently doing a master program in educational research at the Technical University of Munich. This master program turns teachers into educational researchers who study teaching and learning processes to improve educational contexts. Several factors influenced my choice. I had students who did not want to speak in class, and I always thought they were simply shy, but then I conducted some research in class, and I noticed that the real reason was that they were lacking vocabulary and pronunciation, so that's why they were afraid of speaking in class, and that is where I understood the importance of research, and I looked for international programs, and I found this one, which it's really, really good. It's a master program in Munich, and the TU in Munich is one of the best universities in the world. It's ranked number 60 in the world because of research, and education in Germany is free for everybody, even if you are not a German student. So it was just a very good choice for me to go. I felt prepared enough from two different sides. One is from English and the other one was from teaching. From English, and I don't mean just grammar, because every subject, literature, and everything that complements English at a Catholic university is really helpful, not just to become bilingual, but to become bicultural, which is something that is even more important. And on the other side, on education, the university has a very strong program, which includes internships, and theory and practice together are a great combination to shape future teachers. So I really prepare from those aspects. Yes, of course, nothing can be perfect. When I arrived here, I realized I had close to zero knowledge of statistics, which is really important for every researcher. So I had to learn it, and that was really hard work for me. Of course, it's not part of the educational program at the Catholic University, at least not a core subject, but I think it's something that could be definitely improved at the end of the career, because students do need it when conducting their own studies and writing their own theses. So yeah, but something that I can definitely tell is that although I didn't know anything about statistics, or close to nothing, I did know how to learn, and that I learned from the Catholic University. So that's something really important as well. Oh gosh, this is really difficult. It's really difficult to compare because it's two different systems. It's two different contexts. So things are done differently, and yeah. But if I can compare in something, I could say that in my undergraduate program, the work was more on the side of the teacher, like the teacher was expected to do all the job, to do all the teaching, but here it is the students who are expected to do all the job. Teachers basically just delegate and send assignments, and yeah, it's up to you if you are learning or not. Yeah, that could be a very big difference. I distinctly remember an anecdote that I can tell is really short. We had a presentation. It was a final exam. There's no written examination, just a final presentation. That was the exam. And it was my group presentation, and the teacher didn't come. Normally, when the teacher doesn't come during the first 15 minutes, you tend to leave. Well, that's technically what is called academic hour or something like that, which they also have it in German, but somehow we didn't, because we all felt it was not right. So we just stayed there, and time was running, and we were just waiting for the teacher. 15 minutes, half an hour, the teacher didn't arrive. We wrote some emails to him, didn't answer, and we were wondering what to do. And we were international students, so some of us started saying, like, well, in my country, if the teacher doesn't come, then that means that we could just basically leave. but it just didn't feel right. And I think that was a very shocking experience for me because I wouldn't have expected that in Ecuador, at least not from everybody. But here, nobody moved a muscle. And we had a presentation anyways. We just looked for a teacher in a different area who can just be present there and vouch for us that we had a presentation, although the teacher was not there. And well, my group and I presented, and we learned something that later on we used for a different class, and we filmed the video. We filmed the class, so we sent the video to the teacher, and the other teacher that was present also could vouch for us. But I think that was something very special, a very special moment in my education that I can share. And I can compare that you learn to be more self-aware that it's your education. It's not just the teacher doing something for you, it's you doing something for yourself. Yeah. A last piece of advice. Do your homework, eat your veggies. I don't eat veggies, so don't do that unless you like them, but I don't. No, learn actively. I think that's what you're here for. Something that I'm very grateful I learned, unfortunately, at the finish of my studies, but I'm glad I learned it anyways, was to stop studying and start learning. Stop just gathering information in your head and leaving it there. Just put it into practice, apply everything you learned, see how it works for you. Some things will, some things won't, and when they don't, change them and make them work for you. I think that's something that we all need to learn to do, and that will be my advice for you. Just learn actively and apply everything you're being taught. See you around. One last piece of advice now to the teachers. Please keep raising the bar. I see or I hear news about Ecuador and Ecuadorian English teachers who are struggling to get a B2 certification of English proficiency. There is no way to work as an English teacher in Germany if you don't hold a C2 certification. So please help your students be the very best they can be. Yep.